सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् उदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So we are seeing the third chapter. Totally there are 6 chapters. We are seeing the third chapter. In this third chapter, there are 9 Brahmanas. The first Brahmana was Ashvala Brahmana, which started with the story, and Ashvala, the Rajapurohita, asked certain questions regarding Upasana related to Yajna, Atimoksha Sadhanani and Sampad Upasanani. Then second Brahmana is Artha Bhaga Brahmana. There also the topics of Upasanas were discussed. And there third part was, the first one was the Hiranyagarbha, and also Graha, Atigraha. Both of them are forming samsara. And even Hiranyagarbha is not out of that. That idea was presented. And then afterwards he asked about what is the situation of a Gnani. What happens to Gnani? And it was said Gnani's pranas are remaining here. So Gnana Phalam was presented in the form of Videha Mukti. Third topic in the second Brahmana was Agnani Gati. What happens to Agnani? Agnani Punyo Vai Punyena Karmana Papaha Papena. So the person who does Punya, he goes to higher loka. One who does Papa goes to lower loka. So these are the 3 topics. Hiranyagarbha remaining in samsara. Gnani does not travel anywhere, and Agnani keeps traveling. These are the 3 topics discussed in the Dvitiya Brahmana. Then third Brahmana, Bhujyu Brahmana. There also 3 topics are there. First one is where Ashwamedha Yajinaha, the performers of the Ashwamedha Yaga, where do they go? The answer is given in a very poetic manner. They go to Brahmaloka. The second topic is that even after going to Brahmaloka as such is within samsara. That is the topic. So one correction that I told, the various sadhanas for Brahmaloka Prapti is talked about, but really second topic is even after going to Brahmaloka, one remains in samsara. Brahmaloka Praptasya Samsaritvam. That was the second topic. And the third topic was correct, as I had said, Hiranyagarbha Upasana in the form of Samashti Vayu Upasana. Vyashti, the individual, and totality, the entire universe, both of them are pervaded by Vayu Sutratma, and I am Sutratma. This type of meditation is the means for Brahmaloka. So these are the three topics. One is Ashwamedha Yaga Phalam. What is the result of Ashwamedha Yaga? The result is Brahmaloka Prapti. And even second topic is, even by going to Brahmaloka, one does not become free. Even Brahmaloka Prapti is within the samsara. That was the second topic. And third topic is Hiranya Garbha or Sutratma Upasana as the means for Brahmaloka Prapti was talked about. Then the fourth Brahmana. Up to three Brahmanas there was only discussion on Upasana. From the fourth Brahmana alone, the Brahma Vidya topic really starts. And in the fourth and fifth Brahmana, there is description of, predominantly there is a description of Tvam Padartha. The Atma Swarupam is highlighted. And afterwards, the 6, 7, 8, there will be Tat Padartha. So here fourth Brahmana, Ushastha Brahmana, the name of the Brahmana is based on the questioner. Here Ushastha is the questioner, therefore name is Ushastha Brahmana. Only two mantras are there. Ushastha asked, Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma Ya Atma Sarvantaraha Tam Me Vyachakshva. It's a really request. He said, you please tell me about that which is non-separate from Brahman. What type of Brahman? Sakshad Aparokshad. This particular statement is very popular in this Vedanta study. Bhagavan Bhashyakara quotes this very often. Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma. Here Aparokshad is a Panchami Vibhakti. It should be converted into the Prathama Vibhakti. Aparoksham Brahma. And what type of Aparoksham? Sakshad Aparoksham. These two words are there. Sakshat and Aparoksha. Aparoksha means not Paroksha. Paroksha means remote. Like heaven is what? Paroksha. Punya Papa is what? Paroksha. You have not seen? And even some remote object, something is there in some other country, Africa, that is what? Paroksha now for you. So, Paroksha means that which is Akshanaha Param Parokshaha. That which is outside the range of perception is called Paroksha. So, anything remote outside the range of perception is called Paroksha. And that which is not Paroksha is Aparoksha. And this not Paroksha means that which is not remote from me. And Pratyaksha Padartha, this clip also can be called Aparoksha. Why? Because it is not remote, it is falling within the range of perception. Therefore, another word is used, that Atma is not Aparoksha like this clip. Atma is Sakshad Aparoksha, means without intervention of any Indriya Vyapara, without intervention of the operation of the organs, Atma is Aparoksha. So, that which is directly available without intervention of any organs is called Sakshad Aparoksha. That which is not remote without intervention of any organs means that which is self-evident. That which is immediate without any mediation, it is available. That which is evident without any intervention of any organ, that is called Sakshad Aparokshad. So, I am. How is it evident? I am. And that is called Sakshad Aparokshad. Why? Because without any organs, without the operation of any organ, there is Atma which is evident. Atma is evident without operation of any organ, therefore it is called Sakshad Aparokshad. And it is said to be non-separate from Brahman, therefore Brahman. And he says Sarvantaraha, which is the essence of all, which is inside essence of all. That Atma you talk to me. About that Atma you talk. About that Atma you explain. Then Yajnavalkya gave a very simple answer. He said, you are asking for the inner essence of everything, which is called Brahman. That inner essence of everything is your essence. He said, Atma sarvantara tamme vyachakshva iti eshaha te Atma. This is what you are asking. The essence of everything is essence of you. And here you refers to body, mind, sense complex. It is your Atma. Right now the way you know yourself is what? Body, mind, sense complex. You know when you say, who are you? How do you introduce yourself? I am a human being. I am a professor. I am an engineer. Means you are introducing yourself in terms of body, mind, sense complex. And what is making that body, mind, sense complex sentient, functional, that is the essence of you, and that is the essence of the entire universe. So Yajnavalkya gave a very simple answer. What? He asked that what is the essence of everything? He says whatever is the essence of you is the essence of everything. So don't go in search of essence of everything anywhere else. That essence of everything called Brahman, where is it? Yajnavalkya said, don't search for it anywhere. It is the essence of you. So ask for your essence. It is the essence of everything. So to know the essence of everything, you know the essence of yourself. That was the message. Then he asked, Ushasta asked, but he said there are so many things which are referred to as Atma. This body also is Atma. This Sukshma Sharira also is Atma. Sakshi also is Atma. So which one is considered to be real Atma? Katamaha means out of these so many Atmas, which one is the Atma you want to convey as the essence of everything? Then Yajnavalkya say, Yaha pranena praniti. As we saw yesterday, one who is, Bhashyakara says, Yaha pranena praniti has got the meaning pranena praniyate, because of whom all the pranas are functioning. That is the essence of you. Your organs, Shrotram, Manaha, Granam, all of them are functioning, because of which that Chaitanya Tattvam is the real Atma, and that is the essence of you, that is the essence of everything. So the answer given was, Atma which you are asking about, which is the essence of everything, is the essence of you, which is making all the organs function. And this Ushasta was not very happy with this answer. When it was said, Atma is that because of which all the organs function, pranena praniti, udanena udaniti. Ushasta said, this is not a correct answer. He says it is something like, if I ask you what is cow, that which walks is cow, that which runs is the horse. If you answer like this, it will not give satisfaction. If suppose ask that, who is the head of this place? One who runs everything, one who manages everything. If you answer like this, you show me who is it. Similarly, you show me Atma. Why don't you describe Atma in clear terms? For that particular question, Yajnavalkya said, I cannot do it. He said, the way a horse can be shown, a cow can be shown, it is this with this color, etc. Atma cannot be shown, because Atma is not available for objectification. So he says, na drishtahe drashtaram pashyehe. You cannot see the seer of sight. He uses very, very poetic and very terse expression. Yajnavalkya says, you cannot see the seer of sight. Means what? Here drishte is the shashti vibhakti of drishti. And here drishti means perception. Bhashyakara says, antakarana vritti. So, chakshusha sanyukta antakarana vritti. The thought occurring in the mind associated with or born of the operation of the eye, that is called drishti. For example, we understand. You see the clip through the eyes. And because of that, in the mind, this clip akara vritti is there. So that clip akara vritti, the thought in keeping with the shape of this clip which is formed in the mind because of the operation of the eyes, that is called drishti. So drishti means the perception or the thought born of perception. That is called drishti. And this drishti, this perception or perceptual thought is illumined by sakshi. That is called here drashta. So what is Atma? Atma is the illuminator of drishti, the thought regarding the object. And it can be drishti, vakti, shruti, anything. So all types of thoughts occurring in the mind is called here drashti, vignati, shruti. All of them are illumined by Atma, and that is called here drashta. And here Bhashyakara talks about two types of drishti. One is called nitya drishti or the parmarthiki drishti. Other is called anitya drishti or laukiki drishti. So when you have got sight perception, the thought regarding ghata, pata, etc., that perceptual thought is called laukiki drishti or anitya drishti, that which is temporarily born. That which is born is called anitya drishti, ghatapatakara vritti. And nitya drishti is in the form of consciousness, which is the true nature of drashta. That chaitanya swarupa drishti, it is called nitya drishti. It is called paramarthiki drishti. And paramarthiki drishti, chaitanyam alone, is called drashta when it is associated with anitya drishti. So Bhashyakara puts in this manner. Nitya drishti, which is chaitanya swarupa, appears to be drashta, the seer, when associated with anitya drishti. So nitya drishti associated with anitya drishti appears as drashta, the knower. So what is knower? Knower is nothing but consciousness associated with particular vritti. I, consciousness, when associated with ghata vritti, pata vritti, shabda vritti, then I obtain as knower. But really what is my nature? My real nature is consciousness, which does not have drashtrutvam, shrotrutvam, etc. And here Yajnavalkya says that drashta, which is chaitanya swarupa, which is illumining all thoughts of all objects, that chaitanyam na pashyehe, you cannot see. Because for seeing you have to use anitya drashti. And anitya drashti itself is illumined by nitya drashti. And again this nitya drashti means chaitanya swarupa cannot be illumined by anitya drashti. Illumined cannot illumine the illuminator. Illumined cannot illumine the illuminator. Like the sun illumines the moon, and this moon again cannot illumine the sun back. The sun illumines the moon, and that illumined moon cannot illumine the illuminator sun. So here Yajnavalkya says that Atma is the drashta of drishti, and therefore with the anitya drishti you cannot illumine this nitya drishti which is Atma. And then lastly he said that anyat artam means what? Other than this Atma, everything is artam. Artam literally means that which is afflicted. Here it is in the sense of vinashi. Vinashi means perishable. And anything which is perishable is mithya. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, asataha bhavanaha vidyate, sataha abhavana vidyate. That which really exists never ceases to exist. And anything which ceases to exist really never existed. So this is vinashi and therefore it is mithya. So in this Brahmana, this fourth Brahmana, the vision given was that Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa, the truth of the Karyakarana Sanghata, it is unobjectifiable and only Satyam. Everything else is mithya. Then the fifth Brahmana, which is Kahola Brahmana, only one mantra is there. That is what we were seeing. In Kahola Brahmana, first topic is the nature of Atma is presented. Atma Jnanam. What type of Atma? Nitya Asamsari Atma Jnanam. The knowledge of Atma which is ever free from samsara. And that was said, Ashanaya pipase shokam moham jaram mrutyum atyeti. What is Atma? Atma which is beyond hunger and thirst, shoka and moha, the sorrow and delusion, jara and mrityu, the old age and death. These six are called the lakshanam of samsara. Anyone has got one of these six is samsari. So if you feel that Ishvara is really getting hungry, then you are attributing samsara to Ishvara. Yeah, in your bhavana you say that my Bhagavan must be very hungry, I have to go and offer Naivedyam. That is fine. In your bhavana you are visualizing Bhagavan as Ishvara, Bhagavan as a person whom you love, and therefore based on the relationship of the bhavana, if you feel that way, it is all right. But if you really think that if I did not give Naivedyam to Ishvara, then Ishvara must be very hungry, and because of being hungry, he will be angry. Many people have this fear that today I did not offer Naivedyam, therefore Bhagavan must be very angry with me. So you are attributing samsara to Bhagavan. At bhavana level it is fine. But in your understanding, you should know that Ishvara is ever free from this ashana pipasa. Similarly, shoka and moha. That Bhagavan Ramchandra ji was so much attached to Sita ji that when Sita ji was kidnapped, then Rama started crying. Therefore he is like me only. I also cry when my spouse goes, and Rama also cried. So what is the difference? If you think like this, then you have not understood Rama in his true nature. Always free. Shoka, moha, jara, mrityu. Atma is ever free from these aspects of samsara. And another thing we note here, Atma is ever free from samsara, ever free from limitations, and Anatma is never free from limitations. Anatma is never free from, completely free from problems. Not a single day will go without having some problem in the body, senses, mind. Somewhere some problem will be there. You cannot have Anatma totally free from problems. So Vedanta says, instead of trying to make Anatma perfect, completely free from problem, which is never going to happen, what should you learn? You learn to accept the limitations of Anatma and own up the limitlessness of Atma. We are trying to do opposite. We are trying to make Anatma limitless. And Atma is limitless, we ignore. So limitlessness of Atma is ignored by the person, and limited Anatma he is trying to make limitless. Therefore it never succeeds. Therefore person remains in samsara. So what is wisdom? Accepting the limitation of Anatma and owning up the limitlessness of Atma. I, Atma, am ever free from shoka, moha, ashana, pipasa. Anatma will have some problem, something or the other. Even now also some of you may have some backache or this ache or that ache. Some ache will be there. It is bound to be like this. Something or the other, either body is not okay or mind is not okay, or sometimes intellect is feeling dull, something. So here Yajnavalkya highlighted this, that Atma is Nitya Asamsari. And for discovery of this, Atma is Nitya Asamsari, these sadhanas are prescribed here. And the first sadhana is sannyasa. Sannyasa means what? Renunciation. And if formal sannyasa is possible, then one can take formal sannyasa. But formal sannyasa is not compulsory. What is required is the spirit of sannyasa. And what is the spirit of sannyasa? Generally we talk about three things. First spirit of sannyasa is vairagyam. So one is ready to lose. You may have things, you can use things, no doubt, but you are ready to lose. Anything what you have is subject to go. Jo aayega so jayega. So anything which has come will go. So that readiness to lose anything, to share anything, that is vairagyam. Pujya Swamiji very nicely said in some context. He says, I don't have anything which I cannot share with others. I don't have anything which I cannot share with others. So we have to ask this question. If somebody asks me this, shall I give? So if somebody asks me for pencil, I will give, happily give. Anyway, got it in the gift. So, and we have got so many. Pencil, I will give. But if somebody asks me for mobile, even for 1 hour nowadays people will not give. Very dangerous. People so possessive about this mobile because dangerous now. You cannot give. Can you give your child? No. How can I give my child? No. Spouse? No. Some people may say yes also, but generally no. So everybody has something. This I cannot give. So we should ask this question. What thing I am not ready to share? So that is my area of raga. So vairagya means, as Pujya Swamiji said, ready to let go, share anything. So when we have readiness to let go, and if it goes, our pain will be very less. If we have already designed our mind, pre-programming we have done, we visualize that these things are there, these people are there, but they can go. They will go. One day they will go. Mentally I have programmed myself, yes, they can go. Then what? I will not feel bad. In engineering language, it's called pre-stress concrete. You are already pre-stressed, so therefore when stress comes, it doesn't have any problem. So you have already programmed yourself. So all of you are coming here, and I was telling the ashram looks very live. But you are not going to stay here. So you will go 22nd, 23rd, whatever. So we should be ready. That no, please don't go, please stay here. Even if he say, you will not oblige. Some people may oblige also, but generally people will not oblige. They will go. So we should be ready to let go. That is called vairagyam. That is the first spirit of sannyasa. To some extent, to the extent you can have, try to have that. Second is the ahimsa. Second is non-violence. There is a value for non-violence. Kayena, vacha, manasa. Through my body I don't hurt anybody. Through my speech I don't hurt anybody. Even through mind I don't wish ill of anybody. That is the second spirit of sannyasa, ahimsa. In fact, in sannyasa when we take, we do abhaya pradhanam. We tell very loudly, "O all living beings of the world, you should not be afraid of me. Wherever you are, remain abhaya." Abhaya pradhanam. Second. So ahimsa. The third one is exclusive commitment to the study, to the pursuit of knowledge. Nishtha. Jnana tatparata. Nishtha. Commitment. So the third spirit of sannyasa is exclusive, or if not exclusive, predominant commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. If these three things are there, spirit wise you are sannyasi. And that is more important than formal sannyasa. What do we mean by that? If you have taken formal sannyasa, but these three spirits are not there, then they will not be useful for your formal sannyasa, is not useful for moksha. And if you have not taken formal sannyasa, but these things are there, these three are there, then they will be useful for moksha. So sannyasa, spirit-wise, is very important. Then second sadhana is shravanam, and that is presented here, pandityam nirvidya. Is a different language used. Here panditya has got the meaning, this Vedanta vichara. Vedanta vakya vichara is called here panditya. Panditya nirvidya means completing the shravanam. Then balyena tishtaset is indicating mananam. So balya means what? The capacity, the strength of negating all anatma as anatma and mithya with the help of yukti as well. So yuktitaha anatma tiraskarana samarthyam balyam. So the capacity of negating anatma with the strength of yukti, reasoning, that is called balyena tishtaset. So one should desire to remain with strength, and balyena tishtaset is suggesting the mananam. So pandityam nirvidya suggests shravanam, balyena tishtaset suggests mananam. Then balyam cha pandityam cha nirvidya atha munihi. This munihi suggests nididhyasanam. So shravana, pandityam nirvidya, balyena tishtaset mananam, and munihi the nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam means what? Atma vishayaka sajatiya vritti pravaha. So entertaining the flow of thoughts centered on Atma, that is called nididhyasanam. Means keep on contemplating upon the nature of Atma. That is nididhyasanam. And by these three sadhana, munihi amaunam cha nirvidya. So having amaunam means shravana bandhana, and maunam nididhyasanam. Nirvidya means having completed shravana bandhana and nididhyasanam, brahmanaha. Here brahmana has got the meaning brahma janateti brahmana. That person becomes a wise person, jnana nishtha brahmana. And here Shruti says, once a person has become brahmanishtha, jnana nishtha, then there is no restriction about the conduct. Code of conduct is not applicable to him. He is outside the range of the instructions and prohibition by Shastra. Nistray gunye pathi vicharatam ko vidhi ko nishedaha. Shruti also cannot instruct wise person. So, how wise person should be there? Should he be active or should be he withdrawn from all activities, or 6 months active, 6 months withdrawn? What is the characteristic of a wise person? How wise person should be? Shruti says, whatever be the way of his expression, pravrutti is there or nivrutti is there, it does not matter as far as his wisdom is concerned. So one important thing is suggested. We cannot make a judgment about a wise person that he is active, therefore he cannot be a wise person. Or he has withdrawn from all activities, therefore he cannot be a wise person. So wise person can be highly active also, wise person can be highly withdrawn also. And we have all varieties of wise person. Shukadevaji was withdrawn, Nivrutti Parayana. And Janaka Raja was Pravrutti. Krishna was Pravrutti. So Pravrutti Shilaha. So we have got all varieties. So Raman Maharshi also can be a wise person, and Swami Chinmayananji, Pujya Swamiji also are wise people. So wise people doesn't mean that they have to be active or they have to be withdrawn. Some people have got this particular obsession that I think Swamiji, wise person should be withdrawn only. Really, some people have that. I also used to think like this, that should be withdrawn. Why wise person should do activity? Only ignorant people can do activity. You and me need so many things, therefore we do activity. Why wise person should act? Pujya Swamiji used to say nicely, why should he not act? So you are asking why should he act? I am asking why should he not act? So, yes, generally all the activities are based on the desire, etc., and therefore these activities will be dropped because desires are dropped. So generally it will happen that people are withdrawn, but it is not necessary. There can be parecha prarabdha. The prarabdha is there of surrounding people, and wise person also may have such prarabdha, so he won't mind. He welcomes all types of prarabdha, whatever be the prarabdha. So in our mind, we should not have obsession about a wise person. See, wise person is giving you freedom. He accepts you as you are, but you are not ready to accept wise person. You have got so many rules and regulations for a wise person. What a contrast. He should tell us how we should behave. He doesn't tell, and we are telling him how we should behave. So here he says, Yena syat tena idrisha eva. And then, Anyadartam, this Atma, this Brahman alone is Satyam, everything is Mithya. So with this, Kahola Brahmana is completed. Now, the sixth Brahmana is called Gargi Brahmana. So Gargi is asking the question, only one mantra is there, her name is Vachak Navi. This is the daughter of Vachaknu, therefore Vachak Navi. And she is asking the question that this entire world, the Prithvi, is based on apaha, water. Then water is based on what? She says, Yadidam sarvam apsu otam cha protam cha. Otam protam is the usage by Shastra, which has got the meaning based on. Ota means this, the warp and woof. So this warp and woof of everything is what? What everything is based on. So she says that I can understand this, the Prithvi is based on water. Water is based on what? Then he said based on Vayu. through Agni. And then Vayu is based on what? Antariksha. Then all these question answers are happening. She is asking that water is based on what? The Yagnavalkya says Vayu. Vayu is based on what? Akasha. Then Akasha is further based on what? This Gandharva Loka, Aditya Loka, Chandrama Loka, Nakshatra Loka, Deva Loka, Indra Loka, Prajapati Loka, and finally Brahma Loka. So she kept on asking, what is the basis of this? The Chandra Loka? Is it Chandra Loka, Nakshatra Loka? What is the basis of Nakshatra Loka? Then she said Indra Loka, Deva Loka. Deva Loka basis what? Indra Loka. Indra Loka basis what? This Prajapati Loka. Prajapati Loka basis is what? Brahma Loka. So she kept on asking, and Yagnavalkya, very cool manner, kept on answering. Now she asked, what is the basis of Brahma Loka? And here every time, here Bhagavan Bhashyakara makes a note that when question is asked that what is the basis of this loka, then answer is given based on the sukshmatvam of the matter. For example, this Prithvi is based on apaha. Why? Because apaha, water, is considered to be sukshma. So based on the sukshmatva, based on the vyapakatva, based on the karya karanatva, based on these three factors, these bases were presented. So there was a particular line of thinking, and Yagnavalkya kept answering based on this. Now when she asked, what is the basis for Brahma Loka? And here Brahma Loka refers to all Sukshma Mahabhutas. Prajapati Loka is based on Brahma Loka, means the Sthula Mahabhutas are based on the Sukshma Mahabhutas. That is the underlying answers. And now question is, what is the basis for these Sukshma Mahabhutas? And when it comes, then the line of thinking will change. Because from these Sukshma Mahabhutas, we have to go to this Ishvara, the Chaitanya Tattvam. And Yagnavalkya said that so far you have been talking, your question is based on the Anumana, based on the Sthulatva, Sukshmatva. And in the same line you are asking the question that what is the basis of this Brahma Loka? Then this type of question is considered to be Ati Prashna. Extravagant question means the question which is not following the same line of thinking, we have to have a quantum jump. So it will not follow the same line of thinking of logic. The line of logic you are following, and based on there you are asking question, now it will not follow. So don't ask at Ati Prashna. If you ask, figuratively said, Murdha Vyapatishyati, your the Ma Prakshihi Murdha Vyapapat Ati Prashnyam Vai Devatam Ati Pruchasi. So your head will break. It is a, Yagnavalkya figuratively said, it is a different type of prashna. It is a prashna regarding this Chaitanyam. And so don't follow the same line of thinking. And Gargi understood the hint given by Yagnavalkya. So, Upara Rama, she kept quiet. It is not that Yagnavalkya did not know the answer, but Yagnavalkya wanted to say that your question is in a different direction. Don't follow the same Anumanika, same inference based line of thinking. And Gargi understood and she kept quiet. So this is how Shashta Brahmana is there. Seventh Brahmana is called Antaryami Brahmana. Very important Brahmana. And in this Antaryami Brahmana, 23 mantras are there. Very long Brahmana. And in this, the Uddalaka is asking the questions. And he gives a story that we went somewhere and one person was possessed by some Gandharva, and that Gandharva asked us about the Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami. So he gave a long story about that. And he said that, do you know that Hiranyagarbha, Sutratma and Antaryami? This Aruni Uddalaka asked this question to Yajnavalkya. Then Yajnavalkya says, yes. He says, Vedaham Gautama tat sutram cha antaryaminam. And the Uddalaka gave a very interesting thing. He said, if you don't know Sutratma means Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami, and still you are taking the cows, murdate vipatishyati. Your head will fall down. Because all cows belong to all Brahmanas. And you are taking away without knowing the Sutratma and Antaryami, then your head will fall down. Everything your head will fall down. For then Yajnavalkya said, no, I am knowing. Then that Uddalaka said, everybody says, I know it. Please tell, then I will know that you know it. Then Yajnavalkya starts talking about first Hiranyagarbha, otherwise called Sutratma. So Hiranyagarbha, let us understand what is the meaning of Hiranyagarbha. Atma or Brahman seen with the total subtle universe is called Hiranyagarbha. So in this context, let us understand these 6 terms. Consciousness with individual gross body is called Vishwaha. Consciousness with total gross bodies or total gross universe is called Vaishwanaraha. So Vishwa is individual, Vaishwanara is total. Similarly, consciousness with individual subtle body is called Tejasa, and consciousness with total subtle universe is called Hiranyagarbha. And sometimes that Hiranyagarbha seen only endowed with prana, then it is called Sutratma. So in Sukshma Sharira, there are Samashti Sukshma, there are 2 aspects. One is prana and other is mana indriya. So when consciousness seen with the total prana, then it is called Sutratma. Consciousness seen with total mind and total organs is called Hiranyagarbha. In other words, consciousness seen with the Kriya Shakti, total Kriya Shakti is called Sutratma. Consciousness seen with total Ichha Shakti and Jnana Shakti is called Hiranyagarbha. So here, Sutratma is talked about. And Yajnavalkya says, this Samashti Vayu is Sutratma. And he said that this Sutratma is Lokas Sarvani cha Bhutani Sandrabdhani Bhavanti. All are held by, sustained by this Sutratma. Then he says, I have told you about Sutratma. Then, are you satisfied? Uddalaka was satisfied. Then he said, yes, what you answered is correct. Now, Antaryaminam Bruhi. Then he starts talking about Antaryami. So, Sutratma refers to Samashti Sukshma Sharira or Samashti Prana Upahita Atma. Then Antaryami is Samashti Karana Sharira Upahita Atma. So, otherwise called Ishvara. So, Ishvara who is endowed with Maya Shakti and its manifestation, total manifestation is called Antaryami. So, Antaryami is another word for Ishvara. And he explained this Antaryami. And the Antaryami word, let us understand. What does it mean? Antaha sthitva yamayati iti Antaryami. Remaining inside everything, it governs, controls everything, is called Antaryami. So, is Antaryami here in this clip? Yes. Ishvara remaining in this clip, it makes the clip the clip. Because of Ishvara Antaryami being here, clip behaves like a clip. So, that which makes the thing the way it is called Antaryami. So, Ishvara is Antaryami means Ishvara makes everything the way it is. My son or my daughter are behaving in an erratic manner. So why? Antaryami. So Antaryami Ishvara is making my son behave the way he does. And this Antaryami Brahmana is the basis for this explanation of order which Pujya Swamiji used to give. So people used to ask Swamiji, this order explanation, where is it? It is in this Brahmana. The Pujya Swamiji used to talk about order. This order is this Antaryami Brahmana. Ishvara is Antaryami, making everything the way it is. And that Antaryami Brahmana is described that which is in Prithvi, Yah Prithivyam Tishtan Prithivyaha Antaro Yam Prithvi Naveda Yasya Prithvi Shariram. The entire Prithvi is his body, and even Prithvi Abhimani Devata cannot understand it, cannot objectify it. That is Antaryami Ishvara. So everything is body of that Antaryami Ishvara. Prithvi, Jala, Antariksha, Vayu, all. So Antaryami Ishvara was talked about in this Brahmana. So in this Brahmana, there are only two topics. One is Hiranyagarbha, which is called Sutratma, and other is Antaryami. Antaryami, who is Ishvara. And then at the end, Yajnavalkya said, this Antaryami is the Paramartha Tattvam, and everything else is Artam Vinashi. Now, next Brahmana, 8th Brahmana, where 12 mantras are there, again Gargi comes and she asks this question. And before asking the question, she is taking the permission of all the members present. Because she is taking second time, no? Nobody has taken second time. So she is taking permission. She said that I will ask some questions. And she is so confident of herself. I really love her confidence. She says, I will ask 2 questions to Yajnavalkya. She is telling all Brahmanas, all the scholars who were seated there. I am going to ask 2 questions to Yajnavalkya. And if he answers both the questions, then you should not have any discussion with Yajnavalkya. If I declare him to be winner, you should not come in the way. It is a final. My decision you can consider it to be final. He said, Prakshami tau chenme vakshati navai jatu yushmakamimam kaschit brahmodyam jeta. If he can answer my questions, then no scholar can win him. So she is so confident that my questions will be final questions. I really love that confidence. And to Yajnavalkya, so far she was talking, and she asked, can I ask? Then all Brahmanas say, yes, yes, yes. See, all Brahmanas had so much trust in her. So, she said, yes. And Yajnavalkya was asked. And before asking also, she is challenging him also. He said, I am going to ask 2 questions which are like 2 arrows. I will throw the arrows of question on you. So, when I am asking the question, like throwing the arrow. Be ready. So Yajnavalkya was very cool. He was not afraid by the drama. So he said, Bruhi, Purcha Gargi, please ask. Then she asked the question. In fact, she asked almost same question. In different ways she asked him. From that we learn that women don't give up so easily. So I learned from this that so really they don't give up. These men, they give up so easily. If you say not available, okay, not available. No, but please try. See it somewhere, it must be there. Like that they try. I really have seen that. So I am here, she also saying. Anyway, so she asked that where everything is otam protam, where all these things are based. Now she doesn't say Brahmaloka, because she said my head will go. So she said everything, the Java, Prithvi, these Swarga Loka, these Prithvi Loka, the past objects, present objects, future objects, all of them, where are they based? So first Yajnavalkya answered, everything is based in Avyakruta, Akasha. So Akasha can refer to Maya or Mayopadika Ishvara. Then she said this Akasha, which refers to Avyakruta, unmanifest, Maya or Ishvara, where Maya is based. For that, Yajnavalkya gave the answer, Maya Adhishthanam is Aksharam Brahma. And what is that Aksharam Brahma? It is Asthulam, Ananu, Aharasvam, Adirgham, Alohitam. So he presented the Aksharam Brahma by Neti Neti. 23 negations are there. And he said this Akshara Tattvam is the Adhishthanam of Maya, and through Maya, Adhishthanam of everything. Surya, Chandra, all of them are held in their position because of this Aksharam Brahma alone. And at the end he said that Akshara Brahma, without knowing this Akshara Brahma, if somebody departs from this body, then that person is Krupanaha, poor fellow, unfortunate, wretched one. Because the human life is given for this purpose. And if a person does not know this Akshara Brahma before death, then he is Krupana, unfortunate it is. And Etadaksharam Gargi Viditva Asmat Lokat Preiti Sab Brahmana. Real Brahmana is the one who has understood this Akshara Tattvam Brahma. And this Akshara Tattva is the illuminator of all, and it cannot be illumined by anyone. Etadaksharam Gargi Adrishtam Drashtru. It is the seer of all, but not seen by anyone. It is the hearer of all, but not heard by anyone. It knows everything, but not known by, objectified by anyone. Thus is the ultimate, this Akshara Tattvam alone is the ultimate Sakshi, ultimate illuminator of everything. And whenever it is said ultimate illuminator of everything, it is what? Consciousness, which is Atma. And thus, indirectly, Brahmatmaikya Jnanam also was given. So Gargi was very happy. Sahovacha Brahmana Bhagavanta Tadeva Bahu Madhyedvam Yadasman Namaskarena Muchyedvam. Gargi was happy with the answers given by Yajnavalkya, and she told all Brahmanas. She said that if Yajnavalkya release you with Namaskara, all of you should do Namaskara and you should feel relieved, because by chance Yajnavalkya will ask the question, you will be in trouble. So now yourself you should stop this discussion. But Kaschit Brahmodyam Jeta, he said, nobody will win. Nobody will be able to win Yajnavalkya. I have asked the ultimate questions. See, you are confident. So she kept quiet. But still, one Vidagdaha Shakalya, one arrogant Shakalya, he did not listen to Gargi. And he kept on. This is 9th Brahmana. Shakalya Brahmana, he asked so many miscellaneous questions about Devata, Saguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma, so many things he asked. Then Yajnavalkya said, but you are asking, but do you know about what you are asking? Then he could not answer. And then he kept quiet. In fact, there is some story about him also. Finally, all kept quiet. Then final challenge Yajnavalkya gave. He says, any one of you still ready to ask any question, please ask. And if you want to ask together, means you as a team you want to ask, you can ask. And if you are not asking question, I am going to ask you. He says, Sarvanva yaha vaha kamayete tamva pruchhami. If anybody is ready, I will ask that person question. Any one single one can come to answer my question, or all of you together can answer my question. Both ways. So, yaha kamayate tamva pruchhami, sarvanva pruchhami. If sometimes it happens in question answer. One person can give only one part of answer, second person second. He said, doesn't matter. All of you together also can answer my questions. And he asked in the 28th mantra so many questions, nobody could answer. And so everybody kept quiet, and this is how Yajnavalkya was declared winner. He already took himself to be winner. And whatever opposition was resolved. So with this, the Tritiya Adhyaya is completed. Then we enter into 4th chapter tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari